Are you good at driving and bad at chipping? Well, if you are, this is the lesson for you. You probably also struggle to take divots with your short irons. You'll hit blocks to the right, hooks to the left, and if this describes your game, then yeah, it's all about swing path for you. I'm Jeremy Dale. This is another lesson from the golfing curriculum. Let's get into it. So just to be clear on terminology, if the yellow line is the target line, then that is outside the line. This is inside the line, and the swing path we are discussing today is from in to out. You bring the club in here. It's a long way from the parallel that we're looking for. I was called first parallel 9 o'clock. You can sort of see why. It's horizontal and parallel, and it is repeatable on the other side. For a straight shot, we want the club to come from the same point here back to square to the same point there. Then you get a straight shot like a door closing. Now, if you're a bit in to out, you may well find that you're a very good driver. Fairway wood's good too. In fact, the longer the club, the better you will be. The nearer you get to the green though, wedges, short game, half shots, they will be a real struggle. I once met a golfer on a golf day. He took one practice swing at the driving range, and I said to him, "Oh, right, you must be quite a good driver." He said, "Yes, I am actually." I said, "But how's your chipping?" He looked at me as if I'd been following him around, and he said, "Well, actually, it's not very good, but how did you know that?" And his problem was that he swung in to out. Great for driving, terrible for chipping. Let's find out why. You can see that if the club comes too much this way, then the club is square to that path. I will hit the ball in a straight line to the right. So this golfer can hit a push. If he rolls his wrists, he can hit a hook. So that is his pattern. But it will make him really good at driving because it does one other thing as well. It moves the low point back here. So you can see now, the club hits the ground a little earlier than when I'm on the clock from 9 o'clock here to 3 o'clock there. Now, why would that be good? Well, for one shot, this is amazing. For the driver, it means that the club is low here and traveling up, and by the time it gets to the ball, which is a little bit further forward, it will be traveling on an absolute perfect angle of attack. If you think of the great drivers of the ball these days, you think of Rory. He's the best of the lot, and his swing is a little bit in to out. Perfect for when the ball is forward. You can see from here, if I come a little bit from inside to out, then by the time the club reaches my left heel, it is traveling absolutely in the right direction with the club face square, and it's rising a little bit as well. So perfect angle of attack and a really straight shot as well. So swinging in to out gives you a fairly predictable full swing pattern, but it's disastrous for your chipping. Let's examine why and also have a look at what to do about it. Now, if we're going to be good at chipping, we need to hit the ball first and the ground second. The club's got to come from high here to low here, and it cannot do that when you swing in to out. As we've seen from the driver, if the swing path is inside the line, that moves the low point back. So people who swing on this swing path, they either hit the ground, or if they miss the ground, the follow through will likely look like this, out to the right and up. So what they do is they build an upswing into their chipping action, which is the complete opposite of what we want. This is one shot where we need to hit the ball first and the ground second. Well, there are quite a few shots actually, but it's absolutely essential with a chip shot. You simply cannot do it with an in to out path. So what makes you really good at driving will make it an absolute nightmare for you to chip around the greens, and the tighter the lie, the worse you will like it. If the ball is sitting in rough, it's almost teed up, so this path can then work, but as soon as you have a tight lie, you will really hate it. So what do we do about that? Well, we have to actually straighten out the swing path first and stand slightly differently as well. Have a look at the best way to do that. Now, you may well wonder what this trick shot will show you, but actually, if you look closely enough, you'll see the answer in there. I wonder if you can see it. The club or both clubs are following the mirror image path. So if we're going to hit the ground at the right point, the club needs to be horizontal and parallel here, and horizontal and parallel here. Now for people who swing in here to out there, that is going to feel like that. If you are, let's say, 6 inches or 9 inches or even a foot behind yourself at this point, this is what we want, and if this is what we're doing, then it has to probably feel like it's out there to get anywhere near. And this is why people who swing into out, they'd much rather play a bunker shot, because in a bunker shot they feel that they can open the stance up, swing up, chop across, and that gets them nearer to being on this correct swing path. So I said earlier, the physics of this explain absolutely everything that golfers do. So for an into-outer to get the right swing path, they probably have to feel that they're swinging out this way, but what they also have to do is feel like they're swinging across themselves back inside again. Have a look at in to square to in, and you can see my hands disappear here, as does the club as it comes back around. The feeling will be out to in, like a slicer, which is why slicers can always chip. Yeah, and people who hook the ball and are great drivers get fed up of hitting the ball better off the tee than weaker players who slice it and yet get outscored by them, because these out to inners, they're much better around the greens. The body position also changes a little bit when we swing into out. We get a big turn, and many times you see people's heads drifting to the right, or the weight drifting to the right. You really can't afford to do that. One of the golden rules is your neck, or C7, the back of your neck, the big vertebra on the back of your neck, or your throat, is actually in front of the ball. And many good chippers, pitchers, Brett Rumford actually from Australia, absolutely brilliant at this, so even moves slightly forward in his backswing. See the head moving forward, weight's completely on the front foot. There is absolutely no way that you can chip with your head back like this. So good drivers, they tend to think, well, I feel comfortable in this position, this is how I drive the ball, and they get themselves tilted back here, and then they build in this chunk. Good chippers are always ahead, stay ahead, and even move further forward and up as they swing through. So you get this kind of look in the follow through. Flat-footed too, I like that as well. It stops the lower body driving forwards and the head then dropping back. You've really got to watch out for these things if you want to correct that chipping action. So it will feel, for a hooker of the ball, or a drawer of the ball, or for a good driver of the ball with chipping, that they're actually going the other way, that they're fading or slicing across it. It's only a feeling. Now, if you struggle with chipping, more than likely you will struggle with pitching as well. And if you watch the next upcoming video here, then I'm sure you'll get more information about how to improve your short game from slightly further away from the green.